Win, lose, draw.
Hello, welcome to episode 12 of the Win, Lose, Draw podcast. I'm Robbie. We've got Jake, and we've got a bit of a famous figure as a guest on the show today. It's been mentioned in every podcast so far. Really. Harris.
You can put the face to the name.
Yeah,
it's good to know. It's good to know I left a mark.
I mean, basically,
not necessarily good.
I don't know how you've been talking about me, so what can I imagine?
Yeah, it's good to see you've been watching them.
Yeah.
I've watched a few.
Basically, it's just a running theme that we see something that we know you'll disagree with, and then just go, "That's for you, Harris."
Yeah.
It works.
Because you're all biased against Liverpool now, so that's what it is.
I wouldn't
it's not me biased towards Liverpool anyway.
I wouldn't say that at all.
All right.
Yeah, being sarcastic.
This podcast is basically a Liverpool fan channel.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, there's a lot of Liverpool fans on Twitter, but if it comes to polls, Arsenal fans all the way.
Yeah, they love a poll.
You're not wrong. I'm not sure if they're as bad as they once were, but
no.
I don't know. If you watch Match of the Day polls, as soon as they hand it over to social media, if it's Aubameyang, he's got it.
Yeah. Aubameyang is good, though.
He has scored some great goals.
Anyway,
should we get into the news? What has happened? What has happened? So, Jake, I think we'll start with Chelsea. Straight up.
Maybe not. Yeah, they're doing good. All that money's being spent, and it looks like it's definitely not worth it. So far, anyway. Yeah.
Can I ask what on earth was Frankie putting Thiago Silva in straight away? Not only that, but captaining him. And I heard he can't actually speak English.
He's that kind of figure, though, isn't he? Like, obviously, he's a senior player, so that's why you'd put him as a captain. And then, well, that's the reason I would. And obviously, he's got a lot of experience. But yeah,
I don't really want to like.
I would have liked to. I don't know why he's not playing. Well, I think they must be falling out or something with him and Rudiger, because I'd be playing him over. Because Christensen played, didn't he? I haven't actually seen it.
Yeah, Christensen played.
Oh, mate, every time he plays, I swear, he make a mistake, I guess.
But Thiago Silva made a mistake which led to one of their goals.
To Christensen. He's always at fault. But people love him for some reason. I think he's awful.
Yeah, was he not banned?
I guess it was a straight red, not for violent contacts. We had one match ban, and it was the cup game, I guess.
Yeah, he played.
No, he played.
But just about scraped the draw in the end, which I guess 3-0 down your take.
At least they showed great character, you know?
Yeah.
That's what matters.
I mean, I remember a certain team managed to get a 2-2 draw against West Brom and then went over to celebrate with the fans.
Spearheaded everything, yeah.
Who was that?
Oh, I actually not know the stairs.
That was one of Klopp's early days. They got a 2-2 draw with West Brom.
Yeah, it was like we came back from 2-0 down to draw in the last minute or whatever. And then
they did the little thing where they all hold hands and be like...
Oh, that's a bit excessive.
Yeah, but...
They weren't celebrating. They were just like...
They just appreciating the fans being like, sorry for most of the shit. You're welcome that we kind of sorted it out. I mean, City as well. Leicester just put 5 past City.
I enjoyed that. I very much enjoyed that. I didn't watch much of the game, but...
I didn't see it.
Vardy hat-trick.
I left it on 1-1.
2 penalties, and then within a minute of him going off, Leicester got another penalty. So I bet he was fuming, being like, "Oh, I could have taken that."
Wow.
City leaking goals, Chelsea leaking goals.
News though, is there?
Not particularly.
There's no news. That's not news. That's just results.
Catching up with results. I'd call that news.
Chelsea made a signing.
Oh yeah, Mendy.
Yeah,
How do you feel? Do you think
big?
Kepa's going then?
I think he's got to, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think
he got dropped for that West Brom game.
Yeah,
for Big Willie.
Willie concedes 3, but I think there's no reason not to start Mendy next game. So
yeah, very true. Yeah. And then what about Dele at Spurs as well?
Yeah, he's going, isn't he? He didn't start.
Yeah, he didn't make the squad.
Yeah, it's looking like maybe. I think PSG have called their interest, but
I could see him at PSG. To be fair, I think he'd do good there.
It would be cool.
Well, anyone would do good there. To be fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the hardest league.
But no, I just watched the episode of All or Nothing with Spurs. Mourinho just called him lazy and called him out. So I can see Mourinho getting fed up with his lazy ways and
yeah.
trying to force that by
There's quite a good bit in one episode later on where Dele and Eric Dyer have a big old argument in the changing rooms. It's like,
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were pals.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it shows like the next day it shows them playing FIFA together. But speaking of Tottenham and VAR, is a very, very last minute penalty. So Newcastle have had 3 shots on target in 3 games, and they've got 3 goals.
Seriously?
Yeah.
100% record.
Tottenham had basically dominated the game, and then the most ridiculous of handballs and VAR's brought it back and given him a 97th minute penalty.
Wow.
And then again, keeping VAR, going to the Man U Brighton game.
That's stupid, crazy.
Man U getting a penalty after the final whistle.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a joke.
It's all just getting a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah. If it was the other way around, I'd be all over it. But
yeah. I got really confused with the Dyer handball because they checked for offside first, didn't they, before they took it to pitch side assistant or whatever. And I swear I had the game on mute, but when I was watching, I was like, "Oh, that's offside. It looks offside."
Yeah.
And even when they did the lines, I was like, "Oh, it still looks like most of his body's further ahead. Like his head was further ahead." I was like, "Surely
it looked
offside."
like it was like when they did the lines, it was like perfectly on, basically.
Yeah. And then he came on as onside. I was like, that's not right.
But,
so I don't get that. And then the actual handball itself was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw even Steve Bruce said how the handball decision was ridiculous, which is quite nice to see a manager who's benefited come out and like say it was wrong, basically.
But the thing is, it's not necessarily VAR's fault. It's the laws,
the handball rule
for a lot of these things that are happening.
It's similar to
technology doesn't necessarily decide it.
No.
Yeah.
It just highlights it, and it's like made the rules so like pedantic. It's just boring.
Yeah. That's why handball was always okay. Like it's always been a bit of a here and there rule, but it was always a split decision by the ref in that moment.
Yeah.
So that kind of counteracted everything. Yeah.
It's all subjective at the end of the day, so I don't see why. Like, if you're going to bring in VAR, I still think you should have a subjective. Well, it is a subjective element, but they're just trying to make it not subjective.
Yeah.
100%. By doing that, they're just ruining it. Because I think most people, especially with the handball, it's just common sense whether they've meant that or those kind of things. So it's like make it subjective, and then in a way that's kind of fairer than it's his hand.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he's meant it or not.
I would say let the fans vote, but Arsenal fans would win every
VAR they'd win. No, that would become too much like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Take too long.
Yeah,
Got Talent or whatever it is.
I think that rounds the news up. We've basically done a recap of some of the games, but not much has happened. Little moan about VAR.
Not much news.
It's fine. It's fine. Our main topic for today, we're talking front threes.
Oh, you mean Premier League?
Premier League front threes. So what we're going to do for the current squads, and I mean the rules for this, we've just listing our top 10 current Premier League front threes. Obviously, not all teams play 4-3-3 or 3 up top, but you can work it out. There's 3 attacking players, mainly 1 striker, 2 wingers sort of thing, or 2 inside forwards. Top 10, and then we're going to do from the current, we're going to put our dream front 3. So it can be any player for all 3. And then we'll have a little look back at some of the best ones in all time for the Prem. And again, do a dream front 3, which I think would be lovely. So we're going to start. We're going to just start. Who have you got in 10th?
I'm just going to say now. I need to get my notes up. So for 10 and 9, I have nothing. So
you've only got 8.
I'll let you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
You could just name this team in the Premier League. I suppose.
Yeah, but I don't want to commit myself in saying this. All right. 10th, I'll go Brighton.
What 3?
Trossard, if he actually plays. Don't think he actually has been playing.
He did play yesterday, yeah.
Mapai, however you say his name.
Little shout out to him,
That's very
actually.
Brexit, wasn't it, of me there?
More pay, moo pay.
Yeah.
Mopay. And then I don't even know who the other three would be of that.
Johan Bash, I guess, would be the other winger. He's quite good. Scored a couple worldies. But quick little shout out to Morpay.
Connolly, yeah.
Yeah.
Connolly. Oh yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Little shout out to
Who's
Morpay
he
though for Panenka in De Gea and then doing the Mbappe cry celebration. And then losing 3-2, but still.
Yeah.
Unfairly, though.
Yeah. Very true. Harris, what's your number 10?
You know what? I think I'll go for Newcastle as my number 10.
Okay. What three?
With obviously Callum Wilson up top now. And then they've got that armour on his, I think he's good. He hasn't got the end product at the moment, but I think he actually works really hard for the team.
He's rapid as well.
Yeah. And he has got a bit of skill about him. And then obviously they brought in Ryan Fraser as well. So
no, he's crap.
Yeah.
So he wasn't in the squad.
I didn't like how he left Bournemouth, but
he wasn't in the squad today as he was not match fit, because that's what happens when you down tools in March and not played since February basically.
But Sam, if I were you, I'd replace Fraser with St Maximan.
Oh, so, of course, yeah.
So that is 100%. Why I've got number 10. I've got Newcastle, and I've got Fraser, Wilson, and St Maximan. Because the thing is, although Fraser's not much fit now, I think he will be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I would play Almiron. Maybe I've got a bit of a bias against Fraser at the moment, but I'd play Almiron ahead of him personally. But
yeah, I agree. I think they offer something different, and I do like Almiron. He does look like the little Manchester kid from In Between Us, though.
Oh yeah, the one that gets pushes.
The Jay pushes in the pool.
Manchester. You like Manchester
from the film? Yeah.
But yeah, I think St Maximan got a lot of time for Skill McGill. Yeah, I think we're going to discuss Newcastle a little bit more because Jake's got him in 9th. Not much to say really. That is 10th best front three. Still good. Number 9. We know Jake's is Newcastle. What is yours? Yeah. Are you doing Almiron, Wilson, St Maximan?
I do Almiron, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they're better than Brighton.
Yeah. That is pretty naughty, in all fairness. Got a lot of time for that.
Thank you. Put a lot of thought and consideration into that one. So.
And so, Harris, how about you? Who's number 9 for you?
Number 9 is Everton.
Wow. In 9th?
Yeah.
So,
true Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
I thought it was high, to be honest.
Bloody cop-eye.
I'm interested to see who you've got ahead of this.
Yeah, same.
Really?
Because I think you've already. I'm telling you now, Everton are high for me.
Same.
Wow.
Very high.
I'm getting interested to see your.
So
Calvert-Lewin up top.
Yep.
Richarlison on the left, and on the right was a bit more interesting. I don't actually know if James has been playing on.
He has been playing on the right so far.
Yeah.
Which is
because he's been playing central, a bit more central. But yeah, he would be on the right hand side for me.
Yeah. So that is exactly what I've got for Everton, but a lot higher up. So we will get to that later. Why only 9th?
I've just realised, by the way, I didn't have 10th. I do have 9th, so I'll make Newcastle my 10th if that's okay.
Okay.
Brighton are just
out
now.
Unlucky.
Sorry.
Okay, so who is your 9th?
Mine is Crystal Palace.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
With Ayew, Zaha, and Townsend.
I like that. I put Eze.
Yeah, I feel like
Eberici Eze instead of Ayew, and then Zaha, Townsend, Eze.
Ayew gets gold, mate.
Dynamic.
Ayew gets goals though.
He does.
I feel like Zaha completes that front three.
Yeah.
If it takes Zaha out of that, then it's
like Brighton, isn't it?
Yeah. One gripe I do have with Zaha is whenever he gets tackled, he has this look that is just like, how do you have the audacity to foul me? Like, I get he gets fouled a lot.
Bloody dare you?
Yeah, but he has this look where he's like, what?
Even when they win the ball, he's like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like,
tackle me.
I'm Zaha. But yeah, that's
just take it around you.
Gripe over. I think Eberici Eze I'd put in just because I like him. I think he's sick. But back to Everton. So why 9th, Harris?
It's just, well, I think it's quite simple. There are 8 other teams better than them. My listing.
Fair point.
Yeah.
I just, but like,
Can't really
just,
argue that.
I didn't go into too much detail in this. I just thought of the top 3s off the top of my head about who I'd pick for each
Okay,
club.
I'd like to argue this though. Let's debate this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, who's the front 3 that you've gone for? Sorry, just to make sure I'm not gonna.
Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, and James.
I understand Richarlison isn't the best at the moment, but for me, I think he's definitely got a threat.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I agree. Yeah, that's why they're 9th.
He's
Okay,
no one's made more chances than
James
James
Rodriguez.
yet so far this season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We've been 3 games in.
Yeah, but plus 10 already in 3 games.
So that's high.
True. Who have Everton actually played?
Tottenham.
Okay.
Just
Tottenham,
True.
Palace,
So-
and someone else. I think it was
West
West Brom,
Brom.
who they
West Brom,
battered, didn't they?
5-2.
But still,
Yeah.
they would look very solid against Tottenham, and they saw off Palace, who have already
Yeah.
beaten United.
We just saw Tottenham. I know that they were kind of all over Newcastle for the majority of the game, but he still drew. The Tottenham aren't looking very, very solid at the moment, which is a surprise.
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin.
This is where I don't understand. This is the main reason, the main source of why I disagree.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's currently top goal scorer,
Yeah.
and then last season, anyone know how many he got in total last season?
He got 13 last season, but he's got 5 in 3
Wow.
games.
15th.
Yeah, he's got 5 in 3 games this season.
Yeah, because it was from when Big Duncan Ferguson took over, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
I'm not.
So he's an informed striker, and if he continues in the way he is, I feel like you're going to have absolute cream pie on your face, mate.
It's great, but currently, after 3 games of the season, it might.
Effectively, he's joint top in the current best front 3.
Yeah.
If we base it on stats.
Yeah, if we base it on stats,
on
but you got to
form,
take
he
in
is-
last second season on current form. Are we doing it on current form?
We're not.
Or who would I
'Cause
do
I've got-
over season?
I've got some
Okay.
injured players in mind, so
Yeah, so I think that answers it for me.
okay.
It's not. If
Okay,
it's on current
I'm
form,
just
then
intrigued
change
to
my
see
answer.
who you've
We'll-
got ahead of you.
We'll revisit this when we say how high up Everton are for us. So-
Yes.
So that was Newcastle was 10th for all of us, followed by Palace and Everton, and then I've got Leicester.
To be
Which
fair, I don't think I've got Leicester in mine.
have you
Yeah.
not?
No.
See, they don't
I've got
play with
Leicester.
true front 3.
Yeah,
But
I think if it was Leicester of when they won with Mahrez, Vardy, and Albrighton, kind of ruins it,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
no, he doesn't. He's a baller.
No, he's stealing 11.
He's the second best footballer that's named as Mark, but it's C instead of a K. Be on the great
I
night
wonder who
Pew.
first is. Yeah. Didn't
But
see that
no.
one coming.
So I've got Leicester. So I've put Perez. I know he's more of a number 10 that kind of plays in a ram or lamb sort of area.
Yeah.
Or he could be an inside forward, which I've gone with. Obviously Vardy up top, arguably over the last 2 years the most informed natural striker.
We're not doing this on form, though, are we?
Maybe
Over
over
2
the last 2
years, is
years.
that form, or is that just being good?
I could argue this with something that Harris has said about Harry Kane, top
Go
goal
for it.
scorer,
In one season, recent years, isn't it?
and then Golden Boot in the World Cup. Still BTEC apparently.
We'll get to Kane. I'm sure we'll get to
I never.
Kane.
I never
I'll be
said he
surprised
was.
if he's even in your list, Harris.
I just did not. I know he's in my list. I just denied he was world class to the lengths of like Lewandowski and those other similar strikers in his position.
He's the greatest striker to have ever lived.
Big
So
statement.
he'd be
He's actually-
in your
so-
dream front 3 then, Robbie.
He's actually not.
Oh, there we go.
Or is he? Find out later. But
While you're listening,
Kane-
like and subscribe, by the way.
all of that, like, subscribe, get us on Spotify, get us on Google Podcasts.
Oh,
We're on those
Oh.
now. I mean, 3
Ooh.
episodes because we haven't paid for the premium version yet, but 3 episodes
Nice.
of audio for you.
Enjoy the visual content through audio.
Exactly. So what I was going to say though with Kane is he's becoming the assist king. He's after De Bruyne's record. He's got 5 assists already.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
they hammered someone, didn't they? Who did
Yeah.
they hammer?
I want to say West Ham, but I don't think it was. Southampton. They beat Southampton 5-2, and Son scored 4. Kane set up 4, which is
That's it, yeah.
mental because that is
That is mental.
1/5 of the record in one game done. And then he assist again today for Lucas Moura this time rather than Son. But he's only 15 away from the
Not bad.
record.
That is crazy. He just needs to keep his fitness up, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that is the
Yeah.
key.
In that first game, he looked very slow.
Yeah, I think he's looked a lot better. Although today he definitely tired. Anyway, we'll get to Kane.
Who was your left winger?
So,
for Leicester, Robbie?
I'm going Harvey Barnes, who I think is quality,
Okay, yeah.
but not
Yeah,
too
he is
quality.
good.
Because I put him 9th, but I do think like that is very solid. Like we said, Leicester don't really play like that, but I think Barnes is a very good winger. And then I thought Vardy being a striker, you can't have a front three that's got one of the better strikers in the league over the last few seasons. Not in it. So Leicester for me, put 9th.
Nice.
Who have we got for 8th then, Harris?
8th, I've gone for Man United. Is that?
These are low.
Okay. Yeah, this is
That's low.
like a true Liverpool
Well,
fan.
It's not that low, but it's
Yeah. So I mean, got Martial, Rashford, and Greenwood. I think is quality. So I'm gonna put him in my front three. Thought Daniel James was actually really good when he first joined.
Yeah,
he's a real threat, but he's kind of gone off the pop.
Yeah, come off the pop.
he
Love
just
that.
Come off the pop.
he falls over too much.
Come
for
off the
me.
panda pop.
Yeah. It's not sizzling anymore. So but yeah, so that's my front three, and they're quite interchangeable as well.
Yeah,
I quite like them.
they've got one of the more dynamic front threes, I'd say.
Probably
Again,
the most dynamic front three out of all of them.
I'd say for me they're a bit higher, which we'll get to. Jake, what is your 8th?
My 8th is Wolves,
Okay.
which would have been higher if they didn't sell Jota.
Yeah. Same.
Interesting.
So obviously Traore, Jimenez, and Neto are the front three I've gone for.
Okay.
I think Jimenez is absolutely quality.
Yeah.
And Traore has only recently started to look like the player he could be.
Yeah. But when he has,
Like
he's been unplayable at times.
Exactly. So I think if Neto was someone else, they would be so much higher.
I've got
Neto is still a good.
Neto is good.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's bad.
Season.
He's better than Townsend and Ayew. That's why he's in 8th, mate.
So I've got Wolves as well, but I've not gone for Neto. I've gone for Daniel Podence.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything I like from him.
Really? I
Yeah.
think he's been promising. I think
That's apparently why they let
he's just quick.
Jota go, though.
yeah, because they were okay with Podence being
Jota got phased out.
If that's the case, why is he not playing today?
Was that?
Podence, he's not playing today.
Well, I think they quite like Neto as well, so they might obviously go for something different. I don't know. They might be bedding him in. So they got West Ham, haven't they? They're losing currently.
Yeah, losing.
They're
Which is
losing
great
to
for my
West Ham.
fantasy. Yeah.
Because they lost Jota. It's because they lost Jota. That makes a little difference.
Yeah, I think Wolves are a solid 8 for me.
Yeah, I'm happy with 8th. I think with the quality they've got, they're definitely as their position shows, they're pushing for European places. They're in amongst that. Okay, so moving on to 7th. Who have we got?
Man United. Same front three that Sam said.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I've got Leicester in here, but the same front three Robbie said.
Okay, so
I think Vardy just, puts them ahead of Man United, in my opinion. More reliable front three. So, not as dynamic, but I think they're more of a team. So yeah,
I can see where you're coming from. To be fair,
Yeah.
I think on paper I'd rather have Man United, but
Yeah.
in terms of consistency, I think you're very, very much correct.
Thank you.
So fair enough.
Yeah. So my 7th is Arsenal, which I think
Seventh for you.
Yeah,
Wow.
7th.
Wow.
So some might have it higher, but basically, obviously, like
mine's higher.
Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe. And Pepe's brought it down pretty much.
You gone for Pepe?
So I couldn't think who else.
Willian.
Oh, forgot about Willian. Okay, I want to put Arsenal higher.
Changes everything.
Yeah, it really does.
You've made your bed. You've got to sleep in it.
No, my 7th is Man United. They've been bumped down because I forgot that Willian existed. And the same front three. So we're going 7th for me, Man U, with Rashford, Martial, Greenwood. We've said dynamic would be good, but they're just Man United at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Moving on to 6th. Who have we got?
This is interesting from me.
Okay.
I've gone for Chelsea.
Ooh. So have I. What front three?
Ooh.
I've gone for Havertz, Werner, and Pulisic.
I like that.
Havertz in your front three.
Yeah. So what would it be? Havertz like on one of the wings?
He can be wherever he wants, mate.
Yeah,
it's just
true.
a front three.
Again, that is quite a dynamic front three as well. Werner is quite good at like.
He's played on the left before, hasn't he?
Playing on the left. Yeah. But I like that. I think Pulisic quality.
Just from what I've seen of them, obviously Pulisic hasn't played, I don't think, with them. I think Hudson DeBoy played instead for the game just gone.
And got a goal.
And they look good, but there's still a lot lacking, especially the goals.
Yeah.
From those players in particular.
Well, you're getting the goals. It's your defence that is causing you issues at the moment. I mean,
Werner,
I got Chelsea.
Werner hasn't scored actually, because otherwise my fantasy team would be looking a lot better than it is.
Yeah, we will get to the FPL corner, but I'm tempted to get rid of Werner, so I'm sure he'll start banging them in. Don't worry. So mine, I had Pulisic, Werner, and Ziyech. I know he's not played yet, but I think as a player, I think he's class.
He ruined Chelsea in the Champions League, so
yeah, and he looks so good in the 2 games against Tottenham. Obviously, Ajax didn't win those, but he looked quality. So Harris, who did you go for in your 6th place?
I went for Wolves.
Okay,
interesting.
Which front three?
So Jimenez, Traore, and Pedro Neto.
Okay.
I think again as a front three, and what they did in the Prem last season, as a team, they work ridiculously hard for the team, and it just obviously that's what modern day football teams need now is hard working forwards to really challenge. So
I think Jimenez has really proven that he's one of the best strikers in the league, like one of.
Yeah. He's a bagsman,
and Traore is lethal. Like. There were so many rumors about him getting signed for how much money, and I know that's not happened, but that's quite easily on another. If COVID didn't happen or whatever, someone could have been signing him. So
he's showing the potential he had. It feels like it.
Yeah.
So that was 6th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what do we have now into the top 5? What do we have in 5th?
Well, I'll go first because mine's Chelsea. So
Chelsea.
You both had it at 6. I have them as
Which
5th.
front three?
Is Robbie's front three. So Ziyech, Werner, and Pulisic.
Personally, if I had that front three, I'd probably have Havertz behind, like in a 10.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those things. Is I know we spoke about Man United's team on paper. It looks quite good, but I think Chelsea's front three on paper is something else.
And, on paper.
And for that reason, it's just
good.
I can't not have them quite high up because I know that as soon as they gel and click, they're going to be lethal.
Yeah.
And also you got Tammy as backup in that squad.
Yeah.
He's
got some great attacking options. Hopefully they don't sort their defence out, so every game is like 5-3 as the neutral.
Yeah.
I can't say I want to see that happen, but
It's all fun though. I want it to be like, early Klopp, where it's like beating Norwich 5-4. That's what I want to see.
That's good. Good times. I can look back on those in fond memories.
Now.
Now,
yeah,
yeah.
now you can, yeah.
At the time, it was just stress, pure stress.
Yeah.
It's all right. That is basically
Gets your
what
heart
Bournemouth
rate
are
going,
now.
for
They're
sure.
just a championship version. Like, we're going to score and we're going to concede, but let's hope we score more.
Yeah.
So my 5th was going to be Man United. And then I remembered about Willian, so I bumped Arsenal up to 5th. Like, I guess Aubameyang on the left, but like I want him as far forward as possible, really, because he's the bagsman. Lacazette in the middle with Willian, right or left with Aubameyang doing whatever.
Yeah.
Willian is added a bit of quality. I think they would be higher if he was a little bit younger, but I think as current, he's still solid. He's very good. Set pieces. I like how they're kind of playing him as a number 10 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They're 5th for me as well. So I think the only thing that they can improve on is Lacazette being more consistent.
Yeah. And he
Being
could be like a
the
similar,
main
a bit
nine,
like a
yeah.
Man U could improve rather than getting someone new by Rashford, Martial or Greenwood all stepping up and becoming better, which they all could.
Yeah.
Foundations are there. Although Willian and
Great
Aubameyang,
song.
both quite old. I'd say Aubameyang and Willian are getting a bit old though, so I don't know how long this will last.
It's true. I mean, they've just signed Aubameyang to a new deal, so I can imagine he'd be there for a couple.
He'll be there.
seasons.
Yeah, I think he'll be there pretty much for the rest of his like peak, which is what you want really from like Arsenal should be having players in their peak. They've not really recently. Okay, so number 4 is getting into the Champions League spots. Who have we got?
I've got Everton,
So have I.
which Sam had as
Yeah.
9th.
I
Jesus.
can't believe. But after all the teams you've gone through, Wolves is front 3 and everything. Arguably saying Jimenez is one of the best out-and-out strikers in the league.
Yeah.
I think
But
Neto
lets it down, mate.
Neto lets it down.
True,
With
but-
Charleston, I'd have every day over Neto. Rodriguez,
Yeah,
I'd have.
I would agree with that.
I think I'd have over Traore. It's obviously completely different players.
It's a front 3.
And
Like, you
different
want-
playing styles as well.
Yeah. And then
I think in
Jimenez,
terms of
I'd
caliber
probably.
of the players.
Yeah, agreed. Jimenez would pip Calvert-Lewin at the moment, but we could look back at this season and be like, Calvert-Lewin. It could be one of those. So yeah, that was my thinking. I was almost tempted to put them higher, but I just couldn't justify it.
I was going to, but I was like, nah, that's
The remaining
just
3
not sensible.
are just too strong
Yeah.
and proven as well, I'd say.
Be interested in which way round we've all got these. I'm assuming we've all got the same now.
So I'm guessing in no particular order we've got Man City, Liverpool and Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yep. So who is 3rd?
Well, just before you get to 3rd, my 4th is Arsenal.
Oh yeah.
Just thought I'd like to chuck it in there. Since you are so nicely.
Well,
Come on the show just to give my opinion, but no, you don't want to even ask for it.
You're here just to fill the space, not for actual any opinion.
So my front 3 for Arsenal is Willian, Lacazette and Aubameyang. I think they speak for themselves, to be honest.
Yeah, top notch.
Lacazette form
big
is
boys.
a bit inconsistent, but when he's on his day, that's lethal.
Yeah.
A lot of time for that.
I can't remember who it was against, but just that one goal where Lacazette's in the box and he takes one touch to pull it away from the defender and then just smashes it in the top corner. It's just like, if he could do that every week, he'd be big money.
I feel like Arsenal play too inconsistently for Lacazette to be consistent, if that makes sense.
I think, I think it is almost like the creativity in the side is can be found lacking.
Yeah. So I feel like he doesn't get those chances every game, which makes it hard for him to do those things every game, if that makes sense.
Agreed.
Yes,
Okay,
I would concur.
now, for real this time, we're on to
Where's
the top
everyone
three.
had their go?
Everyone, were we sure?
Sam, you said yours? Yeah, good.
Right.
Yeah. I
So,
think I said them all now.
seeing as I skipped your fourth, you can go first for number 3.
Okay. No, Spurs.
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 Yeah, Spurs.
Okay.
From
So I'm guessing Son, Kane, Bale, right?
Bell, yeah. Didn't even think of Bell, but yeah, Bell would jump in there. Still doesn't put him into the second place, but yeah.
Okay, interesting.
That's lethal front three.
Yeah.
Kane could be improved on, but you know.
Kane is the best player we've mentioned so far, and we'll mention. Jake, what's your third?
My third is Liverpool. So I'll explain.
Would you care to expand on that?
I would. I think Mane is by far the best of the three.
I disagree with that. Salah's better.
Are you mad?
Salah is better.
Well, you're wrong.
Can I just add in the fact that you're having this conversation means that that's why they should be really high up, higher than third.
They are high. Top 3's good.
Top
Two
three
best
is
players
good.
in the league.
You would have settled
Champions
for
League,
top
mate.
3 for years. Just get one
Yeah.
win. Now you're like, oh, third.
You say best players in the league?
Yeah.
Last
Arguably
season,
two of the
maybe.
best,
Arguably.
best strikers in the league. Yeah.
I think,
They're
can't
wingers.
forget about- I can't forget about Kevin here.
They're wingers.
or Jordan Henderson.
Huh? Yeah, Jordan Henderson's best player ever. I don't understand anyone who
In fact,
disagrees with that.
he's in my Liverpool. He's at left wing. Play anywhere.
So for me, yeah, your wingers are good. Like Mane, Salah, they're good. I get it. But the reason that I have put them to third and not second or first is because of Bobby.
I thought, but you like Bobby as well.
I like
Bobby
him,
as a player, but I think
but as a front three,
Yeah.
I think you want a number 9, not a false 9.
Yeah.
If you had, like, even if you put Calvert-Lewin in that's going straight to the top for me.
Wow. You really don't rate Firmino then.
No, I do. Out of possession.
Yeah.
In possession, no.
See, I rate him. I think he's like
I rate him.
The
I
but
will-
out of possession,
I will-
that's not
the
I'll
closest
get to
thing to
Bobby.
Bergkamp we've had in a while.
without as many goals though.
But that is lacking.
Doesn't need them.
His goals and assists last season were a lot lower than someone in a front three should. But I get he does so much more.
Yeah.
It's
Especially in
if
a
we're looking
team
at just
where,
front threes.
like Liverpool,
Yeah.
like the amount of chances that they create, he should be getting more goals easily. There's no arguing that.
Yeah. And until we start officially recording the assist of the assist, he's getting nothing. Because I know he does a lot of those, but until we start recording that, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that as an award?
I'll talk on Bobby when it comes to Liverpool.
Okay, well, so my third is Liverpool. Thought I kept quiet there. But
That's it.
yeah. So
So why are you making me sound like I'm wrong?
because I'm a good podcast host,
You agree with me?
just keeping the discussion going. Although I disagree, Salah's better than Mane. My thinking
No.
was Salah, Mane, quality. Firmino, quality, but in a different way. Not particularly front.
It's out of possession is where he thrives, in my opinion.
I do like his little touches and his no-look passes, though, which does get me going. That is
Doesn't get you goals though.
He's been but some of the assists he's produced are just incredible.
Yeah, but if you want to talk assists, we'll look at potentially first or second place, mate.
Huh?
If you want to talk about assists, we'll talk
Very,
about
very
first
true.
or second place.
Yeah.
So basically, my thinking, obviously, Firmino personally lets down. The other two have got considerably better striker. I know Firmino's not a striker, but the other two are better in the City and Tottenham.
Yeah.
and then it's too close to call on the wingers for both teams for me. So I'm like, Liverpool third.
I concur. Great choice.
Okay, number 2. This is where we find out.
Number 2. So I've gone for. Should I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
I've gone for Man City.
Same.
You actually?
Yeah.
So
Collusion.
Sterling, quality, very good.
Yeah.
Just as good as Salah, if not better. Aguero, miles better than Firmino. I'd take him any day.
Yeah.
Over Firmino or
Aguero,
Salah.
in my opinion, is the best striker in the Prem ever.
Other than Harry Kane, obviously.
Other than, he doesn't even count. He is a level above everyone.
He's not even a striker. He's a god.
Yeah.
I take that.
I just want to clarify.
I said on behalf.
Neither of us support Tottenham.
No. This one's for you, Simon.
This is for you.
He needs a win after the draw earlier.
He's not dead.
And then, obviously, I've gone for Morris as my other winger for Man City. Yeah. Who on his day can be unplayable, but then he does go missing a lot of the games. So, for me, that's...
Yeah, agreed.
I think just they're just better. No offense, Sam, but they are.
They are. Completely. So, who have you gone for? I'm guessing... I can guess you've gone for City as well.
Yeah, City.
Okay.
City have our second. So
same front three?
I would have Bernardo Silva instead of Mahrez. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah,
although
good,
he has been a bit embarrassing on social media recently, but
also racist.
Football-wise, he's been. I think he's fantastic, and I would, if I was going to, be Pep Guardiola lining up and City up in the Champions League final, I'd be choosing Silva to do a job and not Mahrez.
They'd also have to stop bottling the Champions League to line up in the Champions League final.
Yeah. Also, why they didn't come first in my list.
So they didn't come first in my list because although they are better, and I think as a front three, better than Liverpool's, I've got Tottenham number 1, and I think all 3 of these players are better than Sterling, Aguero, Mahrez. So that's my number 1, Tottenham. Son is better than Sterling, if we're going on the left. Kane is better than Aguero, as I've said multiple times. In all fairness, that is tough. I'd
rather have Aguero on my team.
I think I'd have Aguero.
I look at Aguero's numbers, and he is at another level to Kane, but Kane's got the years to do it as long as he stays fit. And then Bell.
You're
Bell
going
was
off
better than
future
Mahrez. No, I'm going off current, but going for it. So Son, I think, is so good. Bell, obviously, we know what Bell can do.
Champions League final, mate. Just ask Sam.
Yeah.
Had this boy in tears.
One of the best, final goals.
By far the best goal I've seen live in such an occasion.
Yeah.
Champions League final. Zinedine Zidane doesn't even like you, and you pull out a bicycle kick.
Yeah, it was incredible.
So Sam, you go in Liverpool first.
Yep. Mane, unplayable. Salah, unplayable. If you look at Salah's last 3 seasons, his first season back in the Premier Liverpool, he broke records, and then and he's after that he's not not reached that ridiculous height again, but he still managed 25 goals, or last season I think it was 20, but it wasn't very high goal scoring season last season for the charts. But yeah, he's been there creating assists. Some of the goals he scores are been ridiculous. I think he's won that what's that goal award? I forgot what it's called. Didn't actually deserve to win it in my opinion, but he won it.
The Polska, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't actually agree with it, but he scored so many goals in that
goal against
place.
Everton that probably wasn't his best goal that season.
Yeah. No, exactly. He scored, so that season he scores absolute worldies. So for me, like, yeah, he's incredible. And there is the whole argument who is better, Mane or Salah. And so for that, like, you've got two wingers top of their game. To like, people say that who are the best front three in the world. People argue that Liverpool are in there. We're not talking just Premier League now. We're talking in the world.
Yeah, which we'll get onto another
and
episode.
I get the whole point about.
If you want, if you want to see the world, comment. Show me the world, please.
With world emojis as well. And then obviously Firmino, I get why you don't rate him, or you don't think he's good.
I don't not rate him. I just think in possession he's more of a show pony than an actual.
So I think out of possession he's
got
incredible.
to pump the numbers.
Make space here. Obviously tracks back, tackling, all that sort of stuff, and a lot of our goals come from his pressing and his work rate. And having that in a team, yes, we're not getting the goals necessarily from him, but he is creating so many opportunities for us to play our pressing game, which has caused us to obviously go on and win the Champions League and the Premier League. So his influence in that front three cannot be underestimated. And I think the fact that he now doesn't even now play ahead of Gabriel Jesus in the Brazil squad, and I think he actually made a bigger impact most recently in the World Cup. So
he plays ahead of City's reserve striker. That's true.
Yeah, but people say how amazing Jesus is and stuff. So yeah.
No one
Firmino
said he was better than Firmino.
Firmino is without a doubt better than Jesus.
No, yeah, but
okay. I think that is
So that is my point.
Okay, so now keeping on the current Prem team, your dream front three. So we're going to go left wing first. Who will you have in left wing? Start with Sam. Start with Harris.
We're not doing it all time.
We're doing both.
So
I'm confused of what's happening now.
So we're doing two dream ones, one of all time and one of this season. Out of all the players, out of the players we just discussed.
I see.
So we start with left wing.
So this is a tough one, but I'm actually going to go for, and you'll see why, because obviously I just said about Mane and Salah, but I didn't actually chime in on the Son for Spurs.
Yeah,
I think Son is amazing. He's right out there, Mane. If someone told me we'd be selling Mane and getting Son in, I'd be a bit like, cool.
Yeah,
like
I'd say my left wing.
What if it was Salah?
So I go left wing Son.
Doesn't matter. I'm asking if you're going to get Son and get rid of Salah, would it be the same reaction?
Yeah.
Would you be more excited, less excited?
If I had to lose one of Mane or Salah, I think I would rather lose Salah.
Oh, looks like I'm right there, Robbie. Thank you, Sam.
I didn't know Sam's opinion was Bible.
He's a Liverpool fan. Liverpool fans know best. We all know that.
Salah's the Egyptian king. Okay.
I think Mane's game is better.
Left wing Jake, who are you going for?
Left wing is Mane.
You're not going for Sonny Boy?
I'm playing him on the right.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Spoiler.
What time? Okay, we'll go right wing next. Right wing. So we got one for Son. Obviously, we've both got him on the left. So, Harris, what are you gone for?
Mane on the right.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
the two best wingers in the Premier League.
Simple
as that. So
I disagree with that because, as I've been saying, Salah on the right wing.
Salah.
Yeah.
I guess the one positive from the two you've picked is they're playing on their favoured side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
that was my thinking.
Mane's actual favoured side actually was the right. He played there at Southampton and actually only moved over to the left because
I like the inside forward thing, especially like overlapping fullbacks. We've got a lot of time for it, and the cut-in finesse, the RBB, which Son is very good at. Whipping him into the top corner.
Good at everything.
He is good at everything.
And I don't know how you can not like him.
He's one of those no one hates Son really. Okay.
I think it sums it up when. Oh, okay.
No, you go. You go. I think it sums it up.
I was going to say it kind of sums it up with Son. It's like when he I can't remember who, Gomez. He broke his leg, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he was
He's just
literally
crying.
distraught.
Yeah. Which I think I would
Yeah,
I would
I feel
probably.
like that just
It would
sums
take
him
some
up.
man to just
He seems like a nice.
look at that and be like, I did that. Lee Campbell.
Yeah.
Who is it that did it to? Was it Eduardo?
Oh, it was
Oh,
it's like
Or someone like
something Taylor.
Oh,
Yeah, he did not
Matty
care.
Taylor.
No, not Matty Taylor. You're thinking of the Portsmouth left back that scored worldies.
Matty Taylor, isn't he a striker?
He's a striker for Oxford at the moment.
Yeah, he's
Next.
banging them in.
When I was at uni, he did the switch from Bristol Rovers to Bristol City,
Yeah, that's how I know it. Yeah.
and everyone kicked off. And he was literally like, "I've moved up a division, and I don't have to move my family anywhere. I don't see the big deal."
Smart move.
Yeah, I quite rate it.
Big brain move.
So striker, who are we going for? We say you're going Aguero. Well,
Yeah,
I had a hard time between Aguero and Aubameyang. I think Aubameyang's lethal at the moment.
that Son.
Yeah, when he plays in the striker slot, yeah.
Son, Aubameyang, and for you, you've gone Mane, and I've gone
The
Salah.
pace.
Would be so rapid.
There was so many
counter-attack
rumours about
FC.
Aubameyang joining Liverpool ages ago, and I was just there like, the pace is going to be unreal.
Yeah.
Never happened.
So, again, I think it's quite clear who I'm going to go for. I've gone for Sir Harry. And I'm thinking, my thinking, so my thinking is he's becoming the assist king, and obviously we know he can score. So like him dropping in and then assisting an on-running Son like he's doing anyway, but then add Salah to that. That would be naughty.
Yeah.
And then he does pop up with his own goals as well.
How many assists did Kane get last season?
Last season, not sure, but he's got 5 this season.
It's all about this season.
Yeah.
It's current Prem, not last season's Prem, Sam.
Well, last season plays an impact. Yeah. I'll be
Interesting there,
interested. I'll be interested to see the stats for
Yeah.
Who have you gone for, Sam?
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang. Okay. I like that.
Do you ever have a Aubameyang over Aguero?
It was very, very close, but right now, because it's the current season, Aubameyang.
Right.
I think he is in that Arsenal squad. He is lethal, and he's the one that brings that threat. Obviously, they've got some really good other players, but I reckon if you chucked Aubameyang into City's team, he would just do just as well as Aguero.
Yeah, I agree with that. To be fair, but Aguero's better. So
Yeah.
you're wrong.
No, I do like Aguero, and probably if it was last season, I would have gone Aguero.
Okay, so we're all not agreeing.
We're all not
basically.
agreeing. But that's fine. It's the beauty of football.
It's fine.
Put it in the comments who you think
Yeah.
is most correct, and give
Who
us
do you
your
think's
own.
right? So we've got. So Harris, give your full front three.
So I had Son on the left, Aubameyang up top, and Mane on the right.
And then I had Son on the left, Kane up top with Salah on the right.
And then mine is Mane on the left, Sonaldo on the right, and Aguero up top, bagging them.
Like it. Okay. So before we move to all-time Premier League, quick little Tin Pot team of the week. So we haven't
prepared for this.
We haven't got Simon to do the theme tune.
I guess the replacement will have to do it.
Team of the week.
Thank you. Okay, replacement Simon. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So, any
Fucking
nominations?
So
Who has been Tin Pot? I'm gonna put Chelsea up just for drawing with West Brom.
yeah,
It's quite
I
Tin
can
Pot.
see that.
Especially going 3-0 down as well.
But then it would have been worse if they'd lost
they lost.
3-0 than not come back.
Yeah, they saved themselves, but it's a quiet week. I can't think of many others.
Well, if we're going to go off that basis, then I'll say Bayern Munich.
What did they do?
They lost 4-1 to Hoffenheim.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. Any other nominations?
Sam needs to bring one to the table.
I mean, mine's Chelsea. That's a real blunder.
The other, I was
come
tempted
here.
with VAR again.
VAR should win Tin Pot though. Just even.
Yeah, VAR were pretty
Stockley
dumb.
Park. I think we could do Stockley Park again, or FIFA for just an awful handball rule change
Yeah.
because they didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
They just changed it and made it just as complicated. So that'll Bayern.
Actually, I'd like to add another nomination.
Okay.
Liverpool for conceding 2 against Lincoln.
Ignore the fact of the final score, but
Yeah. Yeah. Man City, they might have just snuck in there with what was it, 5-2 loss to Leicester.
Yeah, Man City losing 5-2 to Leicester is pretty tin pot.
Leicester aren't a small club. Come on, lads.
They're not a small club, but if I thought City should be challenging for the league,
Losing
they
5-2
need
to
be
Brendan
winning those
Rodgers
games.
could probably be
Brendan
tin
is
pot.
good.
Yeah, I know, but he's still got a stigma around him that could make him tin pot.
Fair enough.
I'm
No,
gonna
I think that's
I'm gonna go Stockley Park. I think. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous now. The
Agreed.
fact it's more of a talking point than it was before means it's not working.
Right.
agreed.
Stockley Park is our tin pot team of the week. Harris, take it away.
Again.
Tim Pot team of the week.
No, that's rubbish. Do it again.
Tim Pot team of the week.
That's short and sweet, but we'll roll with it. It's fine. Okay, back to
I'm no
front
Simon.
threes. So we're going to just do a top three of all time, so since '92, and we'll just go straight in. Who are we going for number 3? Who have you got, Harris?
Well, as top threes.
Yeah.
I had gone for Man United's team from the 2010-2011 season.
So is this
Don't
the?
know yet. Said the players.
Is
So
this
that's the team with Berbatov, Ronaldo, and I think they had Rooney there at the time as well. And I can't remember the other player. Let me
It's a
just
front three, not a front 4 or 5.
I know, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying there's so much talent to choose from that squad.
Yeah, I do appreciate. So I think I've gone that same time, but I've gone different players. I do appreciate that era of Man U.
Robbie, what's yours?
So
You go yours first.
So I've put them number 1. So I'm gonna wait.
Mine are 2. Yeah.
Okay, so we can discuss them.
Do you want my number 3?
Go on, have your number 3.
So I've gone for Chelsea with it changes on one of the wings with Duff and Joe Cole, Iron Robin, and then Drogba.
It's my number 3 as well. Duff, Drogba, Robin.
Yeah, that was going to be my man number 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
great,
Drogba.
Sam.
I thought
from
Drogba.
you.
Yeah, I just during that period, it was 2004, 2005, wasn't it?
Yeah.
During that period where they had a great defense as well, which probably led to a lot of their titles. But Drogba was just it's just
Was this?
lethal.
Did they also have Crespo at the time?
Yeah,
Or was
but
that-
he was sub, wasn't he?
Yeah. But that was
so much
quality
talent
team.
in that team.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I forgot. I wanted to go the out and out winger I wanted Duff and Robin with Drogba up top, but obviously Joe Cole was class. Big fan of Joe Cole. So that was my number 3.
Duff was there at that same season, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was there. Yeah, I googled it when I did mine because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was Crespo or Drogba.
No, it's Drogba for sure.
Is Didier. Okay, number 2.
So I've got. Wait, who was Sam's number 3 for Man U?
Oh yeah, my 3 from Man U. It was Giggs, Rooney, and was Son. I think it was. No, yeah, that's
Did you
it.
say Son?
G-Son Park.
I was going to say.
G-Son Park.
He was a workhorse, to be fair.
He was.
In
my top 3. He was quality.
No, Park was quality. I think that as a front three, that was actually quite underestimated.
Yeah. Jake, you had Man U number 2. What form of Man U did you go for?
So I could be wrong in saying these played at the same time, but I think they did. So I'm going for Ronaldo. He played with Van Nistelrooy, right?
No.
Maybe at the really early days. No, maybe.
I want to say Van Nistelrooy left.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'll go for my second choice of Man U because I put 2 just in case this happened. Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez. That happened. I know it happened.
That happened.
They were good.
Yeah, I've put them number 1. They are my number 1.
I think
they were so good.
When did Van Persie join? Did Van Persie join
Later?
when Ronaldo was still there?
No, Ronaldo was gone.
Yeah, that was after. Yeah.
It was that. Is there 2018, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the
team that won the Champions League, basically.
Yeah.
And it was I remember there's that one counter-attacking goal, which I'm pretty sure Park is involved in as well. But it's basically just they tear Arsenal apart with 4 passes.
Was that where it's 4 passes? Yeah.
Rooney, Ronaldo, and Tevez just sprinting.
Yeah.
I think they're quality, and they're my number 1.
Ronaldo scores it, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, Rooney squares it to Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So my number 2 just went over to Arsenal for the Invincible era. I've gone for. I know they didn't play this; they had more of a 4-4-2. But I've done Youngberg, Henry, Perez.
That's my number 1.
That's your number 1. I was very close putting them, and obviously you'd have Bergkamp in the basic. He was like almost a 10, but he was the other striker, which is naughty.
I put them as number 1 just because I think one of my earliest, probably isn't even that early to be honest. One of my memories of the best goals I can remember, other than Gianfranco Zola's little flick from a corner against Norwich, was I think Perez chipping Peter Schmeichel or something like that. So yeah, I've got time for that front three.
Nice, a lot of time for it. So we've said my number 1 was.
So my number 1 is that Arsenal team as well. Arsenal front three.
Fair. Yeah, I can agree with that. They were quality.
Again, Thierry Henry just
unreal.
Wow.
When he got 20 assists like De Bruyne did last season, he also scored 25 goals. Is mental.
Yeah. If you see contribution to goals, goals and assists, I think that's 5 seasons in a row he's top.
It's mental.
That's ridiculous consistency. So, for that reason.
So moving on from that, I'd say, who is your dream all-time front three? And we'll start with left wing.
Just to clarify, does this have to be from the people we've mentioned?
Nope. My striker we haven't mentioned at all.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kick off left wing. We've just spoken about him, Thierry Henry. I know he was more striker, but he played it for Barcelona.
Yeah.
He can play left wing. He played it a bit for Arsenal as well. He's just amazing. He was quality. Not much more to say on Henry. Yeah. What about yours? Left wing.
So my left wing is Ronaldo.
I agree.
Fair.
Pretty, so I don't think I need to say much more.
Yeah, it's Ronnie again.
Actually, no, I disagree. Sorry, disagree.
Okay, who are you putting?
Who are you going for?
Eden Hazard.
Chelsea fan.
Slight bit biased. However, there was a couple seasons where he was unplayable, followed by that one where he wouldn't be, and then he'd be unplayable again. Basically, if he's in the mood, he was unreal.
Yeah.
And now he's at Real Madrid, just being chubby.
Yeah.
Yeah, just doing what Bale did, isn't he?
Pretty much.
Out. Paid a watch.
Got his big payday. So my right wing, we've mentioned Ronaldo. I've got him on the right.
Nice.
Which I think he was more for United. He was right, but yeah.
I mean, it's
one of the
best
best players in the world. Probably the best the Prem's ever seen. No one will leave the Prem and do that well, I don't think. So who is your right wings?
Gone first, Des.
This is a tough one, if I'm honest. But I'm going to go for Arjen Robben. Obviously, I know he's a left winger, but obviously inverted. He used to cut in all the time and just whip and top bins.
Yeah, he was one of those players. You knew what he was doing, but you couldn't stop it.
Yeah, he was the Mark Pugh of the RB finesse finish.
It's glowing praise. I'm sure Robin loves to be referred to as the Mark Pugh.
But you knew it was going to happen. He'd cut in and then just whip it.
Okay, so Harris.
I'm a big fan of Perez.
Yeah.
That's fair. His quality.
I think it's something different. I mean, Dirk Howe was a close candidate there.
Definition of workhorse.
Get that work rate in the team up. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for Perez. Add a bit of balance. Not as quick as Ronnie.
Okay, so up top, who are we going for to finish off this?
So I have decided on my number 1, but he was challenged by
a number 2,
a friend and foe of
Harry
Kane. Suarez, actually.
Yeah.
I think Suarez
during the SAS years.
Yeah. He was his time at Liverpool. He was unplayable. Yeah, especially against Norwich.
He took off and he was incredible, and obviously he's gone to Barcelona. I know it's obviously not Premier League, but he went to Barcelona, won how many trophies, scored how many goals, created how many goals, and left under no fanfare whatsoever.
Did you see
It is
his
utterly
debut
crazy.
for
It's
Atletico
weird in Spain,
today?
isn't it?
In 24 minutes, he got 2
Yeah,
goals
he
and an
banged it in.
assist.
Jesus.
They've now got Suarez and Diego Costa as their strike pairing.
Yeah.
Pure
that is
shithousery.
shit house.
Combine that with Inter Milan's midfield of Vidal and Nainggolan.
Oh, that's a scary team, isn't it?
It's terrifying. I'd be quaking in my boots.
It's like if you had a Halloween team, it would be them.
So my
100%.
striker is on the back of this podcast. You'd probably expect Harry Kane, but it's not. It's
I do.
Suarez.
Yeah, nice.
I agree, Suarez.
See, I'm
have to-
struggling.
You have to put an honourable mention in before Des gives his, because this might help
To
make his
Dominic
choice even
Calvert-Lewin.
harder. No, but you got to think about Berbatov here.
Yeah, I like
I
Berbatov,
love-
but he's not in my top.
Poor man Jan
Not in my top
Kermorgant.
3.
No.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
In all fairness, Berbatov was amazing. I loved him.
If he ran more, he would have been
Yeah,
but
literally.
that was all part of
even
the.
better.
It was all part of
It
the
was
act.
majestic, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was magic how he did stuff.
I feel like
Um,
Zlatan might be disappointed as well. They didn't get mentioned.
Wasn't
Yeah.
here long enough, I think, and he was he was too old. But then I say too old.
Yeah.
But
He's
got
done
goals,
better
though.
since he was 30 than he did before he was 30. He's got more goals.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he's got more
Um,
goals after the age of 33 than he has in his entire career before.
He's like
So-
wine.
I'm
He's
going to
just
say my
getting
striker
better.
now, guys.
Okay, go on.
So I was going to go for Didier Drogba being a Chelsea fan and all, and how incredible he is.
Yeah.
But I really like Fernando Torres, even though he flopped at Chelsea.
He was
we
my
hadn't
third
mentioned
choice.
Torres. Yeah. He was his
When
Liverpool Torres was unreal.
He was at Liverpool. He was disgusting,
Yeah.
and Nemanja Vidic is one of the best centre backs I've ever seen play, and he tore him apart.
Yeah, that's very true. He was lethal in those seasons.
Right. So again, vote, comment. Who has a better front three? So mine was Omri, Suarez, Ronaldo. Harris.
I forgot mine.
Mine was Ronaldo, Omri, Perez.
Robin was on the right. Torres was up front, and
Hazard. Yeah, you went
Yeah,
Hazard. Okay.
you had Hazard.
So Hazard, Robin, Torres. Cool. Right. So that is the main topic done. I think it's a long one this week. I think we've been talking quite a while.
Yeah.
So we're going to dash through FPL Corner, which is a new segment. Jake hasn't been on this yet. Jake, name a player that you would recommend for getting in your fantasy team.
That's a great question. I'll probably go for Mendy for Chelsea. He's going to start because we've had a howler.
I mean, after conceding 3 to West Brom.
We're playing Palace, and normally we're quite good against them. And because we're wearing their kit, they might go nicely on us as well. So
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. I'm going to go
Good captain.
Castan, the new fullback for Leicester. He's pretty cheap, and I think he's got 3 assists already. And Leicester seem to be scoring goals. They've got 10 goals in the first, 12 goals in the first 3 games.
3.
So yeah, that's mine.
What about you, Sam?
Sam, name of a player.
I've actually recently put Thiago in my team because he's nice and cheap. That's 6 mil. He's going to be, I think, getting a lot of assists.
I
and
feel
Jordan
like he's going to be
Henderson's
getting
injured.
a lot of assists, though.
It is a risk, and I risked it last season with Minamino right at the end. But I like to take a gamble. You see,
Gamble.
I think Phillips is from Leeds. I think he's a cheap one.
Yeah.
And he's
They're
looking
scoring goals as
decent.
well.
Yeah, scoring goals. So I would say that's probably my big shout because he's currently in my team. And yeah, how he played against Liverpool, he's going to be a threat this season. He's going to be chipping in. So and yeah, like you said, Leeds are scoring. So any good things for FPL?
Nice.
Nice. Right, that is FPL Corner. Done. On to the game. We're going to do the higher or lower player shootout that me and Simon have been doing
All right.
the last couple of weeks. So
Yeah, I
I
did
think it's
see
a new
this.
game for Jake. It's basically what I do. I'm going to
Yeah.
give you 2 players and I'm going to tell you which season. You've got to choose which one scored the most goals. And it's going to be
Ooh.
a shootout, best of 3. Obviously, if it's level, sudden death. I'd just also like to mention that Simon has still not won a game of anything yet. So
Nice.
glad to see that streak will be carrying on for another week because he's not here, although I would have anyway. Right, so I'm going to start, and I'm going to do it kind of using the front threes, like kind of front three edition. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So I'm going to start. Jake, in the 04-05 season for Chelsea, who scored more goals? Iron Robin or Damien Duff?
Iron Robin.
Correct. Iron Robin got 7, Damien Duff got 6.
Easy stuff, that.
Okay.
Bread and butter.
I'm going to go straight in for the next one. Sam, in the season before, the 03-04 season, who scored more goals? Freddie Ljungberg or Robert Perez?
Go for Robert here. No, Freddie Lundberg.
Oh, you should have went with your first instinct.
No.
So Ljungberg got 4, and Perez got 14.
Wow. I
Big
thought Freddie
difference
Lundberg. Yeah, I thought Freddie Lundberg had more of an impact than that. Especially after you mentioning him earlier.
I can't believe, so only 2 players in Arsenal's invincible season got more than 5 goals. But then everyone got like popped in with like 1 or 2, like 3s and 4s.
Yeah, I thought
And-
Perez was too obvious as an answer.
Yeah, well.
Doesn't make any sense.
Now, I'm going to,
Yeah.
in the 08-09 season, Jake, who scored more goals? Dirk Kuyt or John Carew?
Say that again, sorry.
Who scored more goals in the 08-09 season? Dirk Kuyt or John Carew?
Oh, big John Carew. That's a tough one. I'm going to put my faith in Big John.
Big John. That is incorrect. John Carew got 11. Dirk Kuyt got 12. So,
The book
Harris.
count.
Same year, I'm going to go. It is the 08-09 season. Who scored more goals? Darren Bent or Ricardo Fuller?
Darren Bent.
Darren Bent. So
So
Ricardo
wonderful.
Fuller got 11 goals. Darren Bent got 12. It's 1-1 after 2 rounds. Effectively sudden death straight away. I'm going to go to slightly newer. I'm going to go last season.
Ooh.
And we're gonna go to Norwich. No, we're not, because
There's only one
They
goal
didn't score any
scorer.
goals. Yeah, Pukey.
Pukey got 11, Campbell got 6, and then no one else got more than 1.
Wow.
Okay, so we're gonna go over to Brighton. Who
Nice.
scored more goals? Pascal Gross or Lewis Dunk?
Gross.
So you're going Gross.
Yeah.
That is incorrect. Gross got 2, Dunk got 3
Wow.
For the dub.
for the dub. Same season. Who scored more goals? David Brooks or Junior Stanislas?
I think
Don't-
David Brooks got loads of assists, not necessarily goals. I know he chipped him a few, but Stanislas always came on and scored. So I'm going to go for Stanislas.
You'd be right. Stanislas got 3, Brooks got 1. Brooks missed a lot this season with injury. So that is it. Harris is the winner.
You had the easy questions.
Winner.
He even got the easiest one wrong.
Wait, what?
Perez.
Oh, well, yeah. I thought it was going to be a trick question, and all the trick questions came at the end.
So, probably not going to put a leaderboard because can't be able to edit it. Somewhere, imagine there's a leaderboard there that just says, I'm in the lead, followed by Jake, followed by joint Harris and Groves, who have both joined, and Simon's on a big fat 0.
Well done, Simon.
Well done, Simon.
Participation.
Simon been most of them.
Simon's won the
Yeah.
award of manager's player,
Simon's been in every single one until this one.
Wow.
and he's never
No,
won
the
the
one I'm on,
games.
he's not here.
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
So yeah, I think that is the end of this podcast. I'm
Awesome.
pretty sure we've been going for a while because it's quite a good one to talk about. And yeah, so if you want us to do the same thing again, front threes, but spread it across the world, mainly Europe, like we're not going to go anywhere else. But if you want that,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
comment.
Comment the
yeah,
world.
comment,
yeah.
give me the world. we asked for people to comment Bell back last episode, and no one did. So we're not going to give anyone a shout out. Whereas, thanks for coming on, both of yous.
It's good to be back.
Great.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. It's
Good to make sure Liverpool was talked about properly
Yeah.
instead of chucked a third in the top three. For you
Well,
two.
on average, they finished third. So
What out of us?
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm quite relieved because if Simon was on, there would have been 3 thirds. No doubt he'd put
Yeah, right.
Liverpool. Although he did vote, he
He-
did put Liverpool to win the league. Whereas the season before, his predictions, he put Tottenham. But anyway, going on a tangent. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, check out Spotify. Tell your friends because we've only got 15 subscribers. Do it. Tell your friends.
Charlie Booth it.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Ah.